there's over $3 trillion of money sitting in money market accounts, and that at some point will come back into the market. So, we're optimistic for the year. I think the key is to be diversified, which we are. One of the areas that we don't have exposure into, and we just started adding, is gold and precious metals. And so one of the things I think we should look at is maybe getting like a 5 to a 7% weighting in gold and precious metals, a fund, just as the dollar started to fall. If it continues to fall, that would be a safe haven for the town. So really the only recommendation I would have would be to basically move out of the Cohen Stairs covered call. The yield has pulled down, and there's like 70,000 in there. Take those dollars and the money that's in the money market and add that to an Invesco gold and silver precious metals fund. So that's really the only change I would suggest at this point in time. And from our previous meeting, my understanding is that the town's not going to need money from the portfolio this year. Is
No.
that still the case?
That's the case.
Okay. So then what we could keep doing, is keep everything as it is. A couple positions that we bought last year did pretty well. People's Bank we bought for a dividend play, and that's up to almost $15 a share. We bought in the $10 range. And then we bought Pfizer for the dividend. That's a 4% dividend. And they spun off a company called Viatris. So if you look at your portfolio, you'll see you have 111 shares of that. And that basically was Pfizer owned Mylan Pharmaceuticals, and they spun that off as a separate wholly owned entity. And so that's where those shares came from. The spinoff was around $16 a share. And has about a 3% dividend yield. And right now it's trading over $18 a share. So there's really not a lot of money in there, but my thought is let's just hang on to it and see where it goes. The American funds, as you look at the performance that's in there, consistently have performed really well for us. Growth went up over 37%. Fundamentals around 33. Washington Mutual didn't perform as well, but it performed like what the Dow did, and that's more of a Dow type investment. So last year the Dow was up 6% for the year, S&P up 13 and change, and the Nasdaq up 46% around. And so, the funds we have performed as expected, in line with that. And I'm pleased where we are. I'm really pleased where we are. And again, there's no other changes that I would make to the portfolio except adding Invesco's gold and silver fund to the portfolio as a hedge if the dollar continues to fall. But everything else looks really good.
Whatever you suggest, John. I usually agree with you. Maureen?
So,
Dave?
The results make me happy.
John's done
Yeah, good
very
for the
well for us.
Yeah.
Good for the town. It's really good for the town. So that's the only change. If someone wants to make a motion to, reallocate the Cohen Stairs covered call into a gold and precious metals fund with Invesco, that's the one motion I would say that we need to have. And then if it's affirmed, I just have to have signatures for that, and I will have the office email them to everybody on the committee that needs to sign for this.
Okay. I'll make the motion.
I'll
Go
second.
through it really slow for my clerk.
Well, easy. So Mary's making the motion,
Yes.
and who's seconding it?
Dave?
Dave, thank you, Dave.
All in
Yeah.
favor?
Oh,
Aye.
there's some discussion, I think.
Oh,
Oh, discussion? Any discussion?
I just want to know, I just need to name the actual for the minutes.
Right.
So we're selling Cohen and we're buying Invesco precious metals?
Gold and precious metals fund.
Okay, and it's Invesco, INVESCO?
Yeah, let me just pull it up and see 1 second. Yeah, it's Invesco. Let me get you want the ticker symbol? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I'm just looking
No,
for. I
the
don't put
name.
ticker.
Yeah, so it's the Invesco Gold and Precious Metals Fund.
Okay, thank you. So, but really, so basically we're selling Cohen. We're getting out of Cohen.
Correct, exactly right. Yes, yep,
In both the firehouse and the fire department and town pension.
correct.
Okay, then I'm good.
Just so if you want it, just so you had it, if you want the, I don't know if you want to know or not, if it's important, but the symbol on that is OPGSX, Oscar Peter George Shirley X-ray. That's the ticker symbol on it, if someone wants it.
Okay. I'm good.
So does anybody else have any questions on the report or the statements that we furnished?
Good.
Looks good.
I mean,
There's,
it's more for the commission than you, John. It's just,
Okay.
when you look at the value of the fire department's money that you've invested for the town, it actually, now we're at the limit that the $155,000 is actually at the limit that the town would be fully funded in that account.
That's
Based-
awesome. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
But the actual, I mean, I think we're short like $800. So I guess the question is, do you risk any money if you're already at 100% based on what they told us that we needed? The town now, based on all the work you've done, it's at 83%, which is amazing. It went from 67% up to 83%. So again, it's just there's just so much, the good news is awesome, but we also have to think of, the town as far as what the value is.
So how much is that increase every year? So if we went to, I'm not sure if we're suggesting that you go to cash or something, but if we took money off the market, how much would that increase to 155 next year to meet the pension obligations?
Well, we were advised by our actuary that once we hit 100% to offer those that are vested but
there you
not
go.
collecting the money so that they could put it into an interest-bearing account, like an annuity account. So it would increase for
Okay,
them.
so is that what you want to do? I mean,
I'm not sure. I would have to get some more information from the actuary as to exactly what to do. And we'd also have to have a discussion.
may I make a suggestion? If we could, for the March meeting, have the actuary present on the call?
Well, it's actually an April meeting. I will
Okay, Amy, I'm sorry.
contact Matt about that.
Okay. Because that would be helpful in planning, so if you're at 100% for the fire department, I would agree taking some risk off the table. That just makes complete sense. What I don't know is how much does that increase every year as an inflation rate? So how much should we keep in the market? So that would be the question I would like to have answered.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to Matt about that.
Right. Yeah. So if he could be at the April meeting, just let him know, that's what we need to discuss. That'd be very helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, because he presented after you left, so I think that, because I asked him about what happens when we hit 100%. And he told me that we should just offer to give the payout so that the people can get their annuities and no longer have the investment fund. But I'd like to get more details on that. That was just
Yeah.
a suggestion.
So he's basically saying just to buy out people, like give them their money, they can roll it to their own IRA and have their own
Yeah.
responsibility to manage it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that to me makes
like
sense in the
recommend
sentiment.
that they go into an annuity because annuities are paying decent interest. IRAs are
Yeah,
not, but annuities are.
so yeah, I think it'd be very helpful to have him at the April meeting.
So do I. Now that I know that we're like right there. that
Even
makes a
for the
difference.
town for that sake. I mean, to have a town to be that close, that's phenomenal in the world we're living in today. So,
Yeah,
yeah, that's very timely for April.
yeah. So, yeah, I think I need to have him come in April so we can have another discussion. Maybe by April, we can actually sit down in the big room again.
It'd be
People will
nice.
be-
Certainly would be nice.
Yeah, people will be vaccinated and it might be safe.
Yes,
We'll have to see.
that would be really nice.
Yeah. Yes, it would. Well, thank you
Okay,
so
do you have any
much,
other
John.
questions?
I don't think so.
I don't.
No. Did we actually take a vote on this or
And what?
on
The
your
voting-
motion?
No, I don't think we did. We had a discussion.
Right. So we
So-
need to do that.
Yet again.
Okay, we need to take a vote on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is passed. To move money.
Okay. So I'll
So
get those
Colin-
forms out to you to sign and then send
Okay.
them back to me. We'll take care of that for you.
Okay, just do it the way you did before. And
Yes. Yep,
Rick
absolutely.
will get a hold of everybody and they'll get signed. And I want to thank you, John, for the great work you've done for the town of Morris.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Very good.
Thank you. Be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listen, have a great day, everybody, and best wishes. Stay healthy.
You
You
too,
too.
John.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye. Okay. We need to, everybody's still here? Good.
Yep.
We need to approve the minutes of the previous meeting. Everybody has a copy?
Yes.
Yep. I make a motion to approve the meetings from the October 8th meeting, the minutes from the October 8th meeting.
I second.
I don't think I can second because I wasn't present.
Right.
Okay.
You have to abstain, Dave.
I abstain.
All in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Now, at that October meeting, Tom brought up about a pension plan revision, which actually was within the guidelines of the original ordinance. And the Board of Selectmen approved it and they sent out the revised pension. Did everyone receive that? I know Dave did. Did you receive that, Maureen?
I don't remember.
I sent it out yesterday, I
Oh,
think.
then,
maybe?
yes, I did. Yes.
Yeah. So it's up to you to print it out. That's our
Yeah.
newest pension plan. That's all I need to discuss on old business.
And is that pension plan in place that was approved by the Board of Selectmen?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay.
And now we have to discuss the budget, which has suddenly changed radically.
Better.
It looks like we don't need to put anything into the investment fund for the fire department. And the 13,500 is fixed costs. Okay,
Yeah, I mean, the actuary is really $4,000.
actuary, yeah, should be 4, not 5, I'm sorry. So that takes it down to 12.5. And since we're so close with the town pension, we don't need to put anything in the investment fund. So that would be $125,100. And the pensions paid out for next year are more than this past year because John Allen took his early retirement in November. And I also added some money because he's going to drain our overage in the checking account to about nothing because he started in November. And we hadn't planned on that. So we need to have a little extra money in the checking in case something comes up. So there'll be no money going into the investment fund at all this year. I mean, next year. In July 2021. How do people feel about that?
I think that's good, except the question is the money that usually goes in there, where is it going to go now?
Oh, we just won't ask for it.
Oh, I see, from the town.
Right.
Okay,
All we'll do is ask for money for pensioners, the actuary, and the supplies that are needed for sending out 990Ms and other.
so the town will have a lot of extra money in its budget, correct?
Yes, it will have extra money,
Okay,
Well, not
which they
really.
could probably put into capital.
The school is going to take up all that, I'm sure. There's 160,000 more for education this year.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, it works out, it really works out to about $43,000 given back. Because when you look at the 125, last year, I believe they gave 165, 166. And then on the bottom one, so yeah, it's good news giving it back to the town. But our monthly expenses have gone up, which is now becomes actual expenses to pensioners.
Right,
versus last year.
right.
So what is the final ask in the budget for the town of Morris pension? Is that 125, 100?
Yes,
Okay. And the volunteer fire department pension is
12.5.
12.5.
12,500?
Yep. Tom, I'll send you a clean copy,
That's good.
and I'll
Perfect.
send everybody a clean copy. How's that?
okay.
And it won't be a worksheet anymore. It'll be the 2021, 2022 pension. Anybody have any other questions?
A question, I wonder if perhaps maybe an email or phone call to the actuary with regard to the investments and what to do. A lot could change between now and April or March or whenever it is.
Yes, I know.
Things could crash, the bubble could burst.
Right. But I'm just going to email him, tell him what's happening right now and see if he can come in April. And he'll see the numbers in April if he comes to the meeting.
Well, my point is, the numbers
Yeah.
in April may be far different than the numbers that we have right now. We have really good numbers right now,
Yes, we do.
and that could totally change by April. That's why I'm saying perhaps we could move this along quicker to get his advice to perhaps almost freeze up that volunteer fire department pension investment and maybe see what we should do about the town investment.
I don't know what I don't think the town investment, we can do anything because we have so many active employees that every year they earn more money.
That's a good question for the actuary.
Yeah,
Does he
but
work for-
I will contact him via email and get as much information as I can, and I will send the email to everyone,
Okay,
Okay,
his reply.
Yeah, if you need, Mary, if you need me to scan some of the portfolio numbers, the December 31st numbers, I can do that. So he has actual numbers he's working with, that he would be able to run his numbers again. I can send it, if you want, I could, or you have them now anyway, you have them.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. so
I
you
can-
just
I
give
can-
that to him.
I can ask him what he wants and send it to him.
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Yeah. No, I will give him as much information as he needs. And I will, like I said, I'll email him and ask him what to do because we have really hit it with the fire department. And
yeah,
it would be
Yeah,
good.
Even both of them.
Yeah,
we
but we
could-
can't do anything we can't just stop with the town pension. Because
Right.
when we do the census in August, it's gonna change and we may have to put money in. You don't know. Because
No, but
people
no, I
earn more
understand.
money every year. And also we'll be adding Tom in the census in August. Because I can't add anybody until I do the census.
and I think Laurel may be coming up too.
She's in.
She
I
is
never
in?
took her out.
All right, oh, good, yeah.
I thought that was kind of odd that she should come out, so I didn't bother to take her out of the census.
Good.
But you, I have to put in, and I've got to get some info from you, et cetera, but that's not till August. Any more questions?
So our next scheduled meeting is April,
Yeah.
March?
No, April.
It's April 8th.
8th? Okay,
Yeah. But I'll see what information I can get from Matt before that and what we should do. And we may have to call a special meeting.
that's fine.
And we'll just have to work with that as it comes up.
I think Tom's point is well taken, that if we have 100%, at least in one account, we should get to it and
Yeah,
take care of it. Yeah,
yeah. The other account, we can't do anything with.
right.
All we can do is just leave it where it is. And if it does lose in the next 6 months, it does, but
Yep,
we'll make up for it the next year.
yeah.
So, any more questions?
so we're going to be getting something we have to sign.
Oh, yeah,
in the town hall.
it'll go to Rick and Rick will notify us when it comes in
Okay,
and then we'll have to sign it. That happens every time they buy and sell. We have to sign paperwork
okay.
like we did recently. Okay,
Okay,
any more questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, can we adjourn? Someone want to make a motion?
and make a motion to adjourn?
I second. I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 So moved. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
Sorry we had trouble getting on.
Thank you.
You'll be ready for next time.